What's going on YouTube? Defender02 here, and today I'm going to be talking about the PlayStation VR games that were announced at the Paris Game Week today in Paris. So, starting off with the first PlayStation VR game, and it's called Megalith. It is coming 2018. It's an action-packed shooter. Basically, you're a titan trying to become a god. The team behind it is big on multiplayer. So hopefully we will see some multiplayer integrated into this game as well. It kind of reminds me of Golem, the way that it looks, the way that the trailer showed what the game is going to be like. I honestly can't wait for it. It is coming next year, so I can't wait for them to unveil more gameplay and more trailers for it as well. On to the second game they talked about. It's called Bow to Blood. It looks really cool. It's kind of like Star Trek Bridge Crew. Basically, you're taking control of an airship and you're fighting other airships as well. You have a gun that you can shoot things with alongside the weapons that you have in your airship as well. And it is also coming next year, 2018. But the best thing about this game is every time you play it, you get a new experience. So it's not like every time you want to play this game, you're going to get a repetitive gameplay. Be like, oh, that happened. I already know what's going to happen. It constantly like refreshes, so you don't play the same thing all the time. The third game that they showed was a VR game called Ultra Wings, and it looks really fun. Basically, you're a pilot piloting your airplane, and you're shooting balloons with a pistol that you have on your side. I don't know if this is available to you throughout the whole game, but I know in the trailer it showed the pilot like shooting balloons while he was flying the airplane. I thought that was pretty cool. Also, you also have your weapons in your plane as well. So you have your Red Baron type bullets shooting from your airplane. That game is coming soon, so hopefully we'll be able to see this game before 2017 ends. The next game I'm kind of excited for is called Sprint Vector. It reminded me of Jet Set Radio. If you want to play that game, you're basically a skater and you tag graffiti and stuff. But in this game, you're a rollerblader and you are trying to fight your way to the finish line. At least that's what it looked like in the trailer to me. What I saw was you can jump, glide, climb, probably can run even though you're on rollerblades. But if not, I won't be surprised because that trailer, they were doing everything, flipping, all that. You can shoot as well with the gun in this game. That's probably one of the weapons that I saw them use, but there's different weapons that you can use to try to defeat your opponents. This game has to have online play. I'll be surprised if it didn't, because this game just looks way too good. The way that the game moves is fluent. You know, it's a game that looks beautiful, it's colorful, and I can't wait to play that. There was no exact date on when this was going to be. It just said coming soon, so hopefully as well we'll see this game before 2017 ends. Moss is the next game I'm going to be talking about, and if you haven't heard about this game, you're basically playing as a mouse named Quill, and you use the control sticks to control them, and you can also use your little knife you have on his back to fight off enemies. This is a puzzle / action game. It's kind of like Knack. If you never played Knack, it's an action / puzzle game, but it's really fun. I've been looking forward to this game since they announced it, and this game is coming 2018 as well, but it's going to be coming in February, so we actually have a month for this game instead of just saying it's coming in 2018, which I'm really excited about. And the pre-orders for Moss will be starting very soon. Star Child VR. This is a cinematic platform adventure game. You play as Spectral, and she's a traveler who crash lands on an alien planet during an important mission. The trailer for this game that they show, it looked really good. The graphics look really good. You know, there's some VR games that don't live up to the graphic sense, but it's okay because the gameplay makes up for it. This game actually looks good, but hopefully it plays good as well. We didn't see the gameplay, we just saw a trailer, but the trailer looks really good about what it's going to be. Resident Evil 7, Not a Hero DLC and the Gold Edition was brought up today, and the gameplay that they showed, it looked insane. I have Resident Evil 7 Biohazard myself. Also recorded some gameplay on it. If you would like to go look at that, it's on my playlist. Just go to Resident Evil 7 VR, and it is there. I played it in VR. It's crazy. I beat it. You're going to see me get scared sometimes, but it's alright because I managed to finish it. I just got to play through it again to see the alternate ending, which I haven't done yet because I've been playing all the VR games, but it's okay. But I saw new weapons, new enemies, new everything. There's probably new characters as well, and this big bundle included with all the DLC will be coming December 12th of this year, so it's not really far away. And if you haven't gotten the chance to play Resident Evil 7, whether if you don't have a VR or not, just play it with your DualShock 4 controller. It's a good game, horror game, get you ready for Halloween, even though it's coming out in December where Christmas is, but everyone loves horror, so horror's for any time. The next game I'm going to be talking about is Dead Hungry. It is kind of like Job Simulator, except for you're a vendor that's basically serving food to zombies to cure them. So the food that you're serving to them is curing the zombies. So that's pretty cool. And this will be available tomorrow, which is Halloween. So if you're watching this past Halloween, you should be able to buy it from the PlayStation Store. Another game that's available, or that's going to be available for Halloween, is a game called Stiflet. Stiflet, that's what it's called. But it's another horror game. The trailer that I saw today, there wasn't really that much gameplay of it. It looks spooky, but to me, I didn't really see enough. There'll probably be a trailer tomorrow for it when it comes out. But it's a horror game. Everyone loves horror. I love horror. So if I like it and I like the way it looks, I may buy it. Let's see what other VR games they talked about today. Oh, League of War. This game is kind of like Not a Hero. If you know Heroes, I think you know what I'm talking about. It's in the PlayStation Store. It's kind of colorful. It looks good. But basically, you're ordering your squad to do what you say. Like you place a tank down, and you'll go out and like blow stuff up. You don't really do anything in the game like move wise. You just put stuff down, and basically you're defending whatever territory you have against the enemies that's coming towards you. But you order your squad to do certain things, whether to attack or defend. You take control of the battlefield. And this game also has social screen, which is kind of like dang, what's that game? The Playroom VR. Kind of like it has social screen with there, where a person in your headset sees something, but the person on the screen sees another thing. That's really cool. There's not many social screen games out there, so this should be a good game for your family or your friends that you would like to play with them. On to the Final Fantasy VR Monster of the Deep. This is a standalone game, so you buy it separately instead of having to buy a certain game. You know, it's not no add-on content, nothing like that. But you just need a VR headset. The whole gang will be in this game as well from Final Fantasy, and it takes place around the newest Final Fantasy that just released. And speaking of Final Fantasy, there's a Final Fantasy episode Ignis VR game that's coming out as well, and it looks insane. This gave me like goosebumps just looking at it. And I'm not even a big Final Fantasy fan. I'm gonna have to jump on this. But when I saw the trailer, it was crazy. It looked good. The music was getting to me. You know how music motivates you and all that. It was getting to me, so I'm gonna have to check that out. And a game called Invector is coming out. This game is kind of like Thumper, except for you have multiplayer in this. So I guess everyone's trying to stay on the same beat and whatnot. And it looked like a racing game, so whoever gets to the finish line first as well will win. And basically try to stay on beat. This game looks really good. Something different, so I may have to try this as well. And you fly in an airship, which is pretty cool. And lastly, a game that was announced that I'm personally excited for out of everything, out of all the VR games, is called Blood of Truth. And for everyone who managed to buy PlayStation VR Worlds and loved the London of the Heist game, this is made by the same people. So we're going to get a full game shooter that's like London the Heist. They actually came with the idea to actually make a separate game, just straight blazing, guns blazing, everything, wild, grenades, all that. Y'all need to go check that trailer out if you're a big fan of London the Heist, which was my personal favorite on PlayStation VR Worlds. This is going to be a game that you must have, that you love shooters, because this is going to be insane. I'm pretty sure they're going to integrate the PlayStation aim controller into this game as well. And there was no date on when it's supposed to come out. But I'm going to read what I wrote down. I said, this game reminds me of London the Heist, which it is, made by the same people, London Studio, from VR Worlds. The story looks good, and I'm going to buy this day one. I don't know when it's going to come out, but I'm going to keep up with this game. And when it comes out, I will get it. So be on the lookout for that. And to wrap it up, that's about it. That's all they discussed for VR, other than games that we know before. This is the Fan 32. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next video. Thank you. Peace.